Hey, you know that feeling when you're looking for your keys and you've checked everywhere? The bowl by the door, your jacket pockets, under the couch, and they're just gone? Now imagine you're not looking for keys. You're looking for 64 tons of gold and silver. Treasure so vast it would rewrite history. And you have a map. But the map makes no sense. Welcome back. I'm Ibnul J. Farabi, and this is Hidden Histories, the Untold Files. Today, we're diving into one of the most baffling, tangible, and frustrating mysteries to ever come out of an archaeological dig. This isn't a legend or a myth. This is a physical object found among the world-famous Dead Sea Scrolls. But while those scrolls are made of parchment and papyrus, this one is different. It's made of copper, and it doesn't contain prayers or prophecies. It's an inventory, a list, a treasure catalog so staggering, it would make a dragon blush. This is the story of the Copper Scroll and the missing treasure of the Second Temple. It's 1952, in a cave near the ruins of Qumran. An archaeologist is carefully extracting the last of the clay jars that held the Dead Sea Scrolls. But in a back niche, he finds something bizarre. Two oxidized, corroded rolls of copper, so brittle they're like flaky pastry. You can't unroll them. You can't read them. For 5 years, they sit, this tantalizing secret locked in metal. Finally, in 1955, a lab in Manchester, England, takes a radical approach. They decide to cut the scroll into slices. Imagine the tension in that room. As they carefully cut through the green corrosion, they reveal not continuous text, but indentations. This wasn't written on the copper. It was hammered into it, engraved, meant to last. And as they pieced the phrases together, the story that emerged was utterly unlike anything else found at Qumran. It starts, in a matter-of-fact way, with the words, "In the ruin which is in the valley of Achor, under the steps leading to the east, 40 long cubits, a chest of silver and its vessels. Weight, 17 talents." And it goes on, and on, 64 locations. The descriptions are infuriatingly specific, yet totally cryptic. They mention the old washer's chamber, the cistern of the man of the temple, the pool of the running water. The quantities are recorded with bureaucratic precision. So many talents of gold, so many bars of silver, so many vessels of incense. Scholars did the math. The total haul, about 64 tons of precious metal and artifacts. An impossible fortune. But the real question hits you immediately. Whose treasure is this? The most compelling theory points directly to Jerusalem and to the year 70 AD. That's when the Roman legions, under future Emperor Titus, crushed a Jewish revolt and destroyed the Second Temple. Historical accounts, like that of the historian Josephus, describe the temple as a repository of immense wealth, not just from its own rituals, but from the deposits of a whole people. It was the central bank, the heart of a nation. And when the Roman siege began, the logical thing for the defenders to do would be to hide that wealth, to keep it from falling into Roman hands. So what if, in those desperate months, priests or rebels compiled this list? They engraved it on copper not for daily use, but as a permanent record, a ledger meant to survive fire, water, and time itself. They then hid the scroll in a cave far from Jerusalem, a backup copy of the bank's ledger, waiting for the day the temple could be rebuilt and the treasure recovered. That day never came. The treasure, if it was ever hidden, stayed hidden. And this is where the mystery gets personal for me, as an engineer. Because the Copper Scroll isn't just a historical document, it's a puzzle box. The instructions are engineering clues. 40 long cubits under the steps, in the conduit of the rainwater tank. It reads like a set of technical specifications, but the landmarks are gone. The Valley of Achor? We have ideas, but no certainty. The old washer's chamber? Lost to time. It's the ultimate real-world treasure hunt. But the map's legend is written in a language of places we can no longer identify. Over the decades, countless expeditions have gone looking. They've used ground-penetrating radar, historical maps, and sheer intuition. Some have claimed to find minor artifacts, but the vast hoard, the 64 tons, remains elusive. It leads you to the darker, more tantalizing possibility. What if it was found long ago and silently dispersed? Or what if it's still there, buried under a modern street in Jerusalem or forgotten in a cave now sealed by an earthquake? There's a deeper layer here, too, beyond the gold. Why copper? Parchment was plentiful, but copper was expensive, hard to work with. The choice was deliberate. This was a record meant to endure centuries, maybe millennia. This wasn't a spiritual text for study. It was a functional document for a future recovery mission. It feels like a message across time, from people facing annihilation to a future generation they hoped would restore what was lost. It's a heartbreaking act of faith. They weren't just hiding wealth. They were hiding the possibility of a future. So what are we left with? We have the scroll in a museum in Jordan. We have the list, clear as day. And we have a colossal, echoing absence. For me, Ibnul J. Farabi, the son of a people with a deep and layered history, this resonates. It's not about the treasure's monetary value. It's about the human impulse to preserve identity under threat. To bury your history, literally, in the hope that someone, someday, will dig it up and understand. The Copper Scroll is a testament to that hope. It's a backup of a civilization, saved to a hard drive of metal. The treasure of the Copper Scroll may never be found. Or perhaps it was the scroll itself all along, not for the gold it lists, but for the window it gives us into a moment of profound crisis and hope. It forces us to remember that history isn't just the story of what survived in the light. It's also the story of what was intentionally, carefully, hidden in the dark. Thank you for listening to this episode of Hidden Histories, The Untold Files. If these journeys into the past's deepest puzzles intrigue you, please follow the show wherever you get your podcasts. Share it with a friend who loves a good mystery. This is a production of Light Knot Studios. You can find more of our storytelling at lightknotstudios.com. Until next time, keep looking.